A very sad situation was not too long ago when a mom came in with her 15-year-old daughter. And this girl, very, very nice girl from Buffalo, was a cheerleader. And she was on a cheerleading squad with a local youth group. And one of the things that this squad would do is they would set up the mats, and then they would do their tumbling routines and their jumping in the air routines. And this girl had the grave misfortune of doing what was called a flying Russian. And where you throw your legs out in the air and up in the air and touch your toes and then come down. And she landed between two of the mats. And for years, this mother had gone from one law firm to another and was told repeatedly that, notwithstanding her daughter's 5 knee surgeries, there was nothing that could be done for her. There was nothing that they could do. So she came in to see us, and I told her that we would take a look at the case and we would try to develop a theory where we could recover for her daughter, because I thought that there might be a rationale where we could hold the adults that were responsible for setting up the mat, that we could hold them responsible for the very, very serious injuries for this 15-year-old girl. So what happened is we did our own investigation and learned that the type of mats that were used were these old style mats, and nowadays people were using a different type of mat. And there was a certain way that these mats were supposed to be put together, and we learned that that procedure, which they normally use, was not followed on that particular day. So we were able to develop a theory where we were able to hold in the adults responsible for setting up the mats on the floor. And it was a long process. It was a grueling process. But compared to the 5 surgeries that this young woman had to undergo, it was really nothing by comparison. So right off the bat, the insurance companies scoffed at us. They said there was absolutely no responsibility or liability for their folks. So we filed the lawsuit, and we went through the normal process that you follow. And even up to the very end, they were offering very, very minimal compensation for some very, very serious injuries. At the end of the day, we were able to recover a significant recovery for this young woman. This woman was then, by the time the case ended, in her very late teens, and she was able to buy a house. She was really able to set her life in a new direction based on the recovery that we were able to obtain for her. And the mom was just so gratified, because she had been through years of frustration when she was told by some of the most experienced firms in the area that there was nothing that could be done, that it was a very unfortunate incident, but they couldn't help her daughter. So there really is no more satisfying experience as a lawyer to be able to take a case that nobody wants, everybody rejects, everybody analyzes and says that there's no possible chance of recovery. And to really be able to help this young woman and her family at the end of the day is very, very satisfying, and I'm very glad that we were able to do that.